start here. First off, I want to thank everybody here. Everybody who made the effort. And going on and say a few words. My name is Daniel Hilario Barajas, and I'm here today not as a citizen or an undocumented immigrant. I'm here as a man who seeks justice for his fellow neighbors. I went to school in this country I call home, and I was taught about how this great country was built by immigrants. It now boasts with pride that it is the cultural mixing pot of the world. I was also taught about how the colonists stood up and fought for our independence so that we could reap our most basic human rights. We drafted the Bill of Rights, which became a model in ethics across the world. And to this day, our brothers fight to defend this democracy across the world. All this to spread and protect the American dream, where every man has the right to fight for a better tomorrow and a brighter future for his family. In 1893, J. Kepler's Hypocrisy Over Immigration editorial cartoon was printed in Puck magazine. This image shows well-off persons blocking the entrance to America, while others hold their noses high in the air. The poverty-stricken immigrant can just look on at what appears to be a life that he will not be allowed to fight for. However, if one looks into the shadows of the wealthy off into the background, you'll see their former selves were also once poor. That was over a century ago. However, it seems that this cycle is doomed to repeat itself yet again. In this day and age, immigrants who risk their very lives to come here, to the land that serves as an international beacon of democracy, freedom, and prosperity, are being persecuted and exiled. Their only crime? Wanting to work, to provide for their families, and to offer a better future for their children. I have witnessed all this animosity towards immigrants firsthand. I was raised in a migrant worker family, following the crops throughout the country. I've seen the fear in the eyes of friends as Border Patrol agents yanked them out of my car and threw them on the ground. I've seen the fear and desperation from friends who came to my house after school telling me they came home, their parents didn't. They were detained in a raid at their job. I've seen honor students turn to work in pesticide-ridden fields for mere pennies because they were unable to seek higher education or employment simply due to their legal status. Lawmakers say that they seek criminals, but statistics speak for themselves. Their foolproof system has deported legal residents and even natural-born citizens, such as my father. Today, I stand before you with allies from various organizations to begin our journey here in Florida. In front of Senator Rubio's office, we ask him to stand up and champion our cause. He too comes from immigrant roots. He knows firsthand our struggle, and this is why we now come to him. As one of our elected Florida officials, we ask him to move up through the chain of command with our message as we journey to Washington, D.C. We seek to remind our president, President Obama, of his promise during his 2008 presidential campaign. We're not coming out to demand some impossible task, but to remind President Obama of the promise that he has made to us voters twice. As his campaign slogan said, "Forward," we now tell him to move forward with his promise. We're taking thousands of signed petitions stating the imperative need to halt the deportations of undocumented immigrants until our country's broken immigration system is repaired. Families are being ripped apart by raids and deportations, yet our political leaders thrive upon the importance of family values during their campaigns. We will raise political awareness and public consciousness about these long overdue and unresolved issues as we travel across these southeastern states. We need a full immigration reform, not something partial that only benefits one group. We need a way to keep a father who is a farm worker, a mother who works in hospitality, and a son who is a high school student all together, to keep them together as they work together towards citizenship. We will make our presence felt as we show strength, sacrifice, and solidarity as we join our president in Washington, D.C. on January 21st for his inauguration. Coincidentally, the 21st is also Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Dr. Martin Luther King spoke of a dream where we would all be equal in a not so distant future. We've made great advances as a society, thankful to the civil rights movement. However, in the words of Alabama's first federal chief judge, who was the first black federal chief judge, Judge U.W. Clement, the Hispanic man is now the new Negro. So yes, we have moved forward, however, at what cost? Where we have simply replaced which group of people we've chosen to exploit and oppress. Thank you.